So why do you think the health industry is so jacked up?
Oh, man. Well, that's, yeah, big question, right? The easy answer is money, right? I'm sure that's a big component of it. But if I were to speak about, let me stick in my lane on this one.
Okay.
As much as I can. The low back pain healthcare system is super jacked up because the understanding of pain as a whole, but specifically low back pain up until this point, has been super outdated based on the biomedical model, which is all about let's find what tests or image shows us the problem and then treat the image. So the classic example here is let's pretend that you went down the wrong route, which many people do. Most people go down the wrong route with back issues. You hurt your back. Where do you go? I don't know. I'll just go to my general provider. You see your general provider. Well, they don't know how to treat this. They're not trained in this. They say, all right, here's some painkillers. Go to imaging. So they order an MRI. The MRI comes back. Oh, there's a disc herniation on here. That means the next step on our procedure list is an injection. So go get an injection for your herniation. That's just what we do. And then you get an injection, which only has two main substances in it, which is a numbing component and a steroidal component, which is designed to temporarily reduce your pain. So you get that. 2 to 3 weeks later, the pain comes back. They say, oh, well, step 1, injection didn't really work. Step 2, surgery. So we're going to do surgery now. And in reality, the image, that disc that was on the image, might have not even been the problem, because there's a huge finding of asymptomatic findings, which means I have something that doesn't cause me pain. And we know that, let's take the age demographic of 40-year-olds, okay? People aged 40-year-old and up, 50% of them have a disc bulge on an MRI and absolutely no pain. So let's say they have a temporary moment where their cup overflows.
Yeah.
Temporary moment. They go, they follow that traditional route. Now they're being pushed towards injections and surgery when that disc has been there for the last 10 years. It's never caused a problem, and it will never cause a problem. But because a different component triggered their pain, now that is being blamed for it. And it's the wrong thing. So now they're getting wrong procedures that, once again, a surgery isn't changing your function. It's not changing your strength. It's not changing your mobility. It's not doing anything. And then, like, whatever caused it in the first place is still there. So the fundamental guidelines really for low back pain in this up until this point has been based on that model. You have pain, that means it must be isolated to a single incident with tissue damage. We need a test or an image to show it, and we're either going to inject it or cut it out.
Right.
And that's not backed by the current evidence for how to best manage low back pain. So healthcare is stuck in this old model that's based on very incorrect, uneducated approaches on back pain and pain as a whole, making judgment calls on imaging, which is just not helpful. Every day we get random people just sending us MRIs. What exercise should I do for this MRI? I don't know. Tell me what your symptoms are. What do you feel? What movements trigger it? What movements feel good? Like, novel concept here, but we actually like listen to the person that's talking to us instead of like just, okay, you shut up, go get a picture of yourself. I'm just going to talk to this picture here.
Yeah.
Like,
the picture says this. Let's do it.
Yeah. Ludicrous. So not supported by the evidence. Over imaging and early imaging for low back issues is clearly advised against in current clinical guidelines, but it's being pushed very prematurely. So number one, why is it so jacked up? It's because the healthcare system has the vast majority of individuals with back pain going down the wrong, unevidence-based approach that is clearly outdated and can, not always, cause more harm than good for scaring and creating findings that aren't really relevant. And then the secondary component is, because of all of that, society now has a very bad narrative about low back pain. Oh, my aunt, she got low back pain. It's been there for 10 years. Doctors say it's never going to recover. There's a very bad societal narrative about back pain. Like, once you get it, you're stuck with it. Oh my gosh, it's serious. As opposed to if you were to get elbow pain, society, oh, okay, yeah, I'm sure it'll be better. But you say back pain and you have all these disaster stories. And it all starts with how healthcare treats it and then how that bleeds into the narratives of society. But to loop back in something you said earlier, you very confidently said, you know what? Like, I know my back will feel better. I know, I'll be okay if I put in the work. That's the truth, is that low back pain is extremely common. It's the number one disability, but it's highly recoverable.
Yeah.
Highly, highly recoverable.
Yeah. It's not like I guess the injuries I think about a lot are like, I don't want to say true injuries, but like, you see a torn muscle.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, the muscle's torn.
Yeah.
Like the ligament's gone.
That thing's ripped.
Yeah. Or a broken bone.
Yep.
Like, yeah, the bone's broke. But when I think about back, they're like, oh yeah, you slipped a disc or you know, it's like bulging or whatever. And kind of what you said, like to me, it's stuff that just rehab fixes in most cases.
Mm. Hence the name RehabFix.
There you go.
Rehab fixes.
Yeah.
But yes, exactly right. Like, okay, common low back issue. Let's address your lifestyle if necessary. Otherwise, based on these symptoms, let's start with some movement.
And
Let's
you're
start with
doing
some
that in the
exercises.
assessment too. I mean, you're
Yeah.
looking at them, you're like, hey, you're overweight. This is probably an issue.
Yeah, sure. Like ultimately, and we have to be delicate with certain individuals, right? Like we're not calling that out immediately, but like the goal with that individual, if they've been, if they've had chronic disease for most of their life and they're overweight and they're aware of it and that's a goal of theirs, like we're not going to pull out something that isn't a goal of theirs. But if they're like, hey, I know that I'm overweight, I know that I'm unhealthy, I need to resolve these things. But someone who's overweight and can exercise, they can't do that unless their back pain's gone.
Right.
The back pain is the gatekeeper to them being able to change the rest of their life.
Yep.
So if we can help them reduce their back pain, which to just be very like blunt on this show, like we've helped morbidly obese people significantly reduce their back pain within a few months and, they didn't lose a pound. So yes, can weight contribute to all, negative aches and pains? Yes, it can, but you can still make a significant improvement so that then when the gatekeeper is gone, back pain is no longer there. Okay, now you actually have the motivation and the ability to start to exercise, to start a diet, a weight loss program, to start to focus on these other things. And now you can actually lose weight, move more, feel better. And now you're a completely different person. And we have some amazing stories where that was the result. Like an individual, 350 pounds, we got him pain-free. And then because of that, he lost like 200 pounds in the next year.
Yeah.
And then sent us an after picture. Like he was able to do that. And we want to steer, of course, everyone towards living the most optimal life as possible. But we got to get them through that gatekeeper first.
Yeah.
Now, for you watching me on your screen right now, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you would like to go through an assessment, just like I took Ryan through, to learn what's causing your pain and how to find relief extremely quickly, then you can get a free demo with my team. And all you need to do is text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, and we'll send you a few questions, and then we can book a time to meet with you, go over your situation, and learn how we can help you wherever you're at in the world. Your life is worth living without pain. Looking forward to talking to you soon.